Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Rising World. I'm the Radio Man 03 and it's awesome to have you along. We are back at Spruceford Landing. I have some questions for you people. Last episode, the brand new update, the .8 came out and it introduces the dungeons, the underwater ruins, the cabins in the woods, the plains, the Serengeti, and everything else. All that stuff was introduced in the last update, as well as new sound effects, new graphics for the scenery. As you can see, everything is crisp and clean and beautiful and bright. It's very, very nice. Rendering is much better on the game as well. I noticed that last episode when I ran through the grass, though, there is still that blur that gets to be a little disorienting when you're watching the video, possibly. We've got some decisions to make. We love Spruceford Landing, and we've been here for quite some time, and we've done a lot of building here. I need to know if we need to load a new seed. We don't have dungeons. We don't have underwater ruins, and matter of fact, we don't even have any cabins. Now, we've been playing on survival mode for the entire time of this series so far. Those of you who didn't know, if you hit F2, that is the fly mode, and that was installed in the game so that if for some reason you were to fall through the world, you would be able to fly out of the world straight up and escape being trapped and stuck and die. I don't like doing that, and you guys know that I'm pretty much a stickler when it comes to hardcore mode. I want to stay in hardcore mode and not do that, but with the fact that we were not able to find any of those things, we did find all the new animals except for the polar bear, which is in the snow biome, which is a long ways away from here. But we did find the boar, and we found the deer and everything else. We did find those animals. And we made the bearskin rug. A lot of the new stuff is here. I don't believe we have any of the new structures on this seed because we loaded this seed prior to that update. Of course, we've been working on this one for several months now. So I've got a question for you. We're not going to build. This is going to be a very, very short episode. This is to get feedback from you. Do we load a new seed and start a new world is my question number one. By the way, I F2'd. That's right, I F2'd, people. I F2'd. I F2'd and I flew around underground. Did not find any dungeons anywhere in the near immediate area. I also flew around the surface here and did not find any cabins anywhere around here. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and F2 and we will head east and west because we know that there are plains out here. We're going to do this in the F2 mode just for the sake of getting it done quickly. That moose looks like he's trapped up against the farmer's house. he's doing some peekaboo in there in the farmhouse. Our goat, by the way, took off. Our other goat that was trapped in the wall that we let go, he took off and he is now down. Yeah, he's down here somewhere. He's down with the other sheep that escaped, and there's our bear. There's our goat right there. I'm not sure what to do. I love the game. Rising World, I love the game. We're not going to be done playing the game. That's not the case. I'm not bent out of shape about this like that for that reason. This game is in development still, and it's still in the works. One thing I wanted to point out, these coal deposits, these are new. These coal deposits were not in the world before. They're all kind of brand new since this update came out. I've kind of fully expected to see some cabins in the area, but I have flown a good 2,000 to 3,000 blocks in each direction here, and I have not found any cabins at all. And I understand some people are finding tons of cabins, others are finding none. I went to the forum and looked at it. I don't know that any dungeons have been found. Underwater ruins, I don't think they have been found. One of you sent me a seed that was very nice of you to do that, and you said that you found a whole bunch of cabins there, but when you reloaded that particular seed, it was not available to you. You could not find the same cabins that you saw the first time, or there were fewer of them, that sort of thing. But I have done this, just like I'm doing right now, on this seed, and I'm not finding anything. Now, the options we have are, as far as I can see, are as follows. We load a new seed, and we just start building something brand new, maybe a big castle somewhere, or some cabins in the woods, or a little village in the woods. Maybe we do something completely different other than Spruceford Landing, and we say goodbye to Spruceford Landing. Or what we do is we blueprint all the structures and see if we can find a place equal in a different seed that would sustain something like Spruceford Landing in it, and we replant all the buildings. I understand that can be kind of a difficult task to do. because of land and the way the terrain is made and stuff like that. All these bumps and grooves could be a difficult thing to do. So what I'm doing is I am coming to you today to ask you what you would like to see done. This is your Let's Play as much as my Let's Play, and yes, I'm the one playing the game, but you guys are right here with me, and the entire world that we've built so far has been based off of your suggestions as well. There's very much of you in this world as there is of me in this world. So what do you guys think we should do? Do we scrap Spruceford Landing, start a new seed, start fresh, start brand new, find a new location? Maybe you guys throw some new themes at me as to what you'd like to see me build, and we work on that together, and we say goodbye to Spruceford Landing. Or do we find a new seed, we blueprint the Spruceford Landing buildings, and we come back out here and we try to find a spot where Spruceford Landing could be? But as you can see, like, I did this for, I want to say 3 hours, about 3 hours on this seed, flying around looking for a place that would have a cabin on it. You know, I've heard you guys say there's cabins all over the plains. I've seen videos with that. I've seen cabins here. I've seen cabins in the savannah. I've seen cabins all over the place, and they just are not on this seed as far as I can tell. And then when you go underground, well, that's really dark under here. I can't see a dang thing. Usually you can see the caves and stuff underground. Well, let's see if I hit L. Will that help at all? L, by the way, is your light. Yeah, it's your default light, so you can use that as a light. Yeah, I've not had any luck. So those are the options that I am throwing at you today. Right there. I want to continue with Rising World because I love the building on Rising World, and my imagination can do what it wants to do. The options for the building are just second to none in terms of the minute craftsmanship that you can put into buildings and stuff like that. It really is a beautifully done game, and it's just going to get better. They're continuing to prove it, and there are things that are still going on. Now, here's another thing for you. Here's another option, too. We keep Spruceford Landing on this seed, and someday down the road, if for some reason the seed is updated with all of these current things that they've just announced in the 0.8 update, the 0.8 update, then we can come back and work on Spruceford Landing a bit, and then we can go to a different seed and work on something else. These are the options I put before you. Now, based on your response, that is what we will do. Because as I said just a couple minutes ago, this Let's Play is as much yours as it is mine. I'm here to entertain you and to... you're my friends. You're my friends. I want to play the game with you. So let me know what you think, and we will move on from there. In the meantime, I am going to I'm going to keep flying. We're going to fly back towards Spruceford Landing, and we'll see what happens here. If we get lucky, maybe we will get lucky and we'll find a cabin out here. But like I said, yeah, I flew a long ways in here. I actually flew beneath the ocean surface, just below the waterline, and flew a bunch of distance on that too. I've even loaded 3 and 4 different seeds. Random seeds just to see if I could find cabins right away, and I didn't have any luck doing that either. I've not seen myself another cabin. Maybe we should do something like that. Should we load a generic world and just see? Oh, look at this lake over here. This is beautiful. This little pond over here. This is not a lake, by the way. This is a pond. In Arizona, they call that a lake in some cases, and that just is not a lake as far as I'm concerned. And by the way, if you want to find, somebody said, how do you find your way back? If you hit F3, oops, oh my God, that hurts. Hold on. If you hit F3, the top left corner, you've got your position, 2439, your 74, and your 6943 up there. When you find the place you're going to build, go to those numbers, write them down, and then anytime you're off adventuring, you've at least got that to go back and find your way home. Just so you know that, F3 again. There we go. Ouch. Dang it, Jim, that hurt. I believe I might be lost. Yeah, we're not getting back to Spruceford Landing. Let me see something real quick here. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I've got it written down right here in front of me. I've got a little tiny booklet I keep this stuff in. 3247. 3247. There we go. Yeah, this should get us back home right here. I know. Gone for just a little while, and look what happens. This way. Oh, sorry it's so dark, I know. This should take us right back to where we need to be. Oh my gosh, I can't see anything. I'm up too high. It's really a bummer because we had so much going on here that it's been a lot of fun building on the Spruceford Landing build. We have had such a great time together on this. That doesn't mean we can't have a great time doing something else either, you know? It really doesn't mean that. It does mean the initial grind fires up again, and we've got to get that taken care of before we can move on to anything else, of course. There is that. Okay, here's our tree farm. We're back. I believe we're back, right? Yeah. There's our tree farm. Our beautiful tree farm with all these glorious trees waiting to be chopped down. Yeah. And F3 again. There we go. So let's take a landing here. F2. There we go. Oh, look at the cows. That's right. I forgot the animals lay down at night and go to sleep. That is so cute. Oop. Shh. Everyone's sleeping. We gotta be quiet. Except for the chicken. Yep. Our only chicken. She's still up. She's still going at it. So, that's all I got. That's all I got, people. We're not going to do any building or anything else today. I want you to let me know what you think. Peekaboo, moose. Peekaboo. The farm's got its own moose. Is his head sticking through the wall? It is a little bit. He's okay. Let me know what you think. Other ideas I have for buildings is, you know, we never did get started on a castle here. I've never built a castle on Medieval Engineers, but I'm pretty sure that we could build a substantial castle with a keep, a castle within a keep, and, you know, possibly do some small village buildings inside there, maybe a small smithy inside the entrance and a big drawbridge and all that good stuff. So don't be so attached to Spruceford Landing that you say, no, you have to stay here and do this. If you want to see something else being built, let me know. I mean, we have had a great time on this, and there was a lot more we had planned to do as well. Lots more. I mean, we talked about a church over here and, you know, a lumber mill and all kinds of different things. I mean, we've got the pathway that we just finished up down here that leads out to the Fisherman's Shack. I am not bent out of shape about the fact that the game isn't, we don't have the new things that came to the game. I'm not bent out of shape about that at all. But at the same time, I want those available to us. I don't know if they're going to up the amount of dungeons that are going to be available. From what I understand, they are extremely rare. And for a quick soapbox option right here, I find it hard to believe that you make the people that bought your game, make them wait as long as you did for these updates, this update in particular, and then make the dungeon so rare that you have to explore every single cave to get to it. These caves are not the easiest things to explore. They are huge. They are massive. They are extremely dangerous and steep, and it's not something you can easily go do. So I would hope that they would up the amount of dungeons they're going to have by a bunch, so you can find them in almost every single cave you go into. I mean, what level do they start at? You know, what level does it start at? I have no idea. By the way, I love these weather effects. Isn't that awesome? Look at the fog. Looking over there at that, it just gives it such a beautiful look to it. I absolutely love it. The sun coming up, yeah. Everything else I love, but it's like you're going to have this great big update and announce these exciting things. You need to make that stuff readily available to everyone, and so everyone can experience it and go play with it. Don't make it something that you don't hide a needle in a haystack and then say, okay, here you go, here's that update. It just does not work for me that way. So that's enough of that. I'm just rambling on here. Let me know what you think. Those are the options. I'm the Radio Man 03. I thank you so much for your time. Have an awesome, fantastic, and superb day, and I look forward to talking to you again next time.